The Republic of Uganda is a landlocked country in East Africa, bordered by 5 countries: Kenya, the Sudan, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Rwanda, and Tanzania. To the south, a substantial portion of the country includes Lake Victoria, which is the largest tropical lake in the world. Uganda has long been a land of cattle herders and farmers, but during the 1830s, Arab traders and slave traders moved into the land, setting up several kingdoms and political systems. Later, in the 1860s, British abolitionists entered the country to end slavery. Britain finally granted independence to Uganda in 1962. Political power struggles continued to ensue, and in 1971, Idi Amin Dada declared himself president in a political coup. Amin's rule produced economic decline, social disintegration, and massive human rights violations. In 1965, Uganda and South Korea were developmentally similar, yet today, South Korea is a strong industrial nation, while Uganda is impoverished. The reasons for this discrepancy rest clearly with poor post-colonization leadership, also the tyranny of Idi Amin and a subsequent civil war. The International Commission of Jurists estimated that more than 100,000 Ugandans had been murdered during Amin's reign of terror, while some authorities place that figure as high as 300,000. Even after Amin's removal, massive human rights violations continued, including widespread abduction of children to serve as soldiers or sex slaves. All the while, the struggle for political control remained. It has only been since 1986 that Uganda has had the opportunity to move forward again, but by then its progress had almost been driven back to the 1800s. In 1998, Uganda sent troops into the Democratic Republic of the Congo Civil War. It withdrew the last of its forces in 2003, and then thousands of Congolese crossed into Uganda seeking asylum. An insurgent militia, known as the Lord's Resistance Army, continues to terrorize northern Uganda, abducting some 20,000 children over the years and making them become soldiers. Fertile soil keeps farms and coffee plantations flourishing, but the AIDS epidemic in some areas may now be Uganda's greatest enemy. The life expectancy in Uganda is 44. Over half of the population of 27 million is under age 15. Approximately 2.4 million are orphaned, most often due to AIDS.
What does it mean to you? What is life like for you to be orphans and living with your grandmother?
It hurts a lot that we don't have our parents. If they were here, they would be helping us greatly. They would be sending us to school.
At first, it was so hard to lose my parents. They would be here taking care of us instead of our grandmother, who has nothing. If my father and mother were here, I would be able to go to school and also help others as well. The Lord continues to protect us even when our parents are gone. He has given us life. Although there are hardships in life, living with our grandmother, she is sickly, but the Lord continues to protect her. She means a lot to us. She has been very receptive. She takes care of us, she digs, she works in people's gardens to look for food for us. May God bless our grandmother. Bless you.
My mom and dad died a long time ago. My mom was supposed to take care of me. I had nobody to take care of me. I am alone with the rest of my other brothers. It really hurts a lot to be a child without a father, without a mother. Getting food is very hard for us. Some days we go without food or without drugs. We would like to be like other children even if we were sick. We have HIV. We cannot afford to buy the drugs. We have to walk 4 miles to go and get the drugs that the government stopped giving for free. We just wish we could live longer than we are going to live. But it will be possible when we get the drugs that we should take. Thank you and have a good day. God bless.
This life that I live, it's really, really, really hard. As a family, we have been living together. We have been living in this condition for a very long time. It is very hard for us. We will wish to be in a better condition. However, we pray and know and are confident that maybe someday these conditions will change. It may take 5 to 20 years for us to change from these conditions, but we are very confident that these conditions will change. I would like to be able to have a family just like other children and enjoy life that other children also enjoy. We have lived here for 3 years, but as you can see, this house doesn't have any door. I am very hopeful that life will change. Thank you so much for visiting our home. Have a good day.
Humanitarian Hands Foundation is a faith-based nonprofit organization. Our primary focus is to provide humanitarian relief to underprivileged and undereducated people in various communities beginning in Africa. Our objective is to provide an environment that is focused on a higher standard of education which will empower individuals economically, physically, and spiritually. HHS's critical initiative is to strategically plan a way of escape out of poverty, despair, and hopelessness for the people of Uganda. That plan will begin with the children. Within them lies a dream that has reality, because within the children is where the people of Uganda will realize their hope for a better tomorrow. Our plans to build an orphanage to provide shelter for the homeless orphan children will be just a fraction of what the children will need for a fuller life for them, a life where they can see a future. The people in each community have needs that are greater than we can ever imagine in our rich world, but their solution lies within the children. We have a challenge and opportunity to help those who cannot help themselves. Their answer lies within hearts of people like you and me. If we will not help these children, who will? A better tomorrow starts with what you will do for someone else today.
Hopefully you will ask yourself, how can I help? There is something everyone can do. Sponsor a child. Help to meet their educational, food, and shelter needs. Partner with us, and through your donations, help build an orphanage. Stay informed. Go to Africa and experience the beauty, the history, and the culture of the people. Volunteer. Make a hands-on difference. And by all means, spread the word.
Mama yatugamba wanyataka